Of Pogo, thousands of Pogo workers have downgraded their visas as the crackdown of the government continues. Here's the report.
PAOK and other agencies are now hunting down the financiers of Pogos, most of whom are Chinese nationals, according to authorities. For now, some 12,000 Pogo workers have voluntarily downgraded their work visas. This means they are now here under temporary tourist visas that would only allow them to stay only up to 59 days in the country. Those who refuse to comply may be deported and placed on a blacklist.
Yung legal po na aalis ng bansa will not be blacklisted, will still have the opportunity to come back to the Philippines for legal reasons. If they have legal, legitimate reasons to go back to the country, then they may do so because they have legally followed our laws and our policies. But yung mga magpapaiwan po na matinggal na nasabi ko kanina matigas ang ulo at hindi sumunod sa mga polisiya ng ating gobyerno, ay sila po ay madideport and mabablacklist.
According to Task Force Pogo, they have fast-tracked the process of their departure.
We make sure that expedited yung proseso natin ng downgrading, and at the same time po, we are encouraging din yung mga kumpanya to avail po ng services ng Bureau and the Interagency na magkaroon ng implementation days.
To make things simpler for them, para po, kumbaga, we're trying to break down barriers for them to leave. Kasi pag masyado nating pinahirapan yung proseso at marami po silang dadaanan pa at maraming opisina na kailangan bisitahin, then it provides a barrier or some challenges. Baka hindi na sila sumunod dun sa proseso natin. And just to remind those that fall under this category, the October 15 deadline was set in place para po mag-downgrade into tourist visa. Pag tourist visa na po yung hawak nyo, 59 days na lang ang meron ang isang tao para umalis sa bansa.
However, PAOK is worried about the splintering of the large Pogo hubs into smaller ones. They have been targeting more than 100 small illegal gambling operations.
Ang hamon talaga is napakarami hong mga nag-underground. We're having difficulty catching up. Assuming lang po na may matira after December 31. So magtutuloy-tuloy pa rin po.
Let's talk more about that.
We have PAOK spokesperson Winston Casio now on the line joining us today.
Thank you, sir, for joining us.
Hi, good morning, and good morning to all your viewers and subscribers.
Yes, Sir Winston, in relation to that report, yung 12,000 Pogo workers na yan na downgrade yung visa to a tourist visa, is it safe to say na cleared na sila mula sa inyo po na wala silang kinalaman sa mga illegal operations natin?
Those who have downgraded, sila po yung mga galing sa mga legal internet gaming licensees, so legal IGL. So technically they have no problems, no. Kasi hindi naman namin na-raid yung kanilang mga Pogo facilities, yung kanilang mga IGLs. So they're good to go, so to speak.
Okay.
Spokes, can you tell us more about po nitong mga sinasabi po na Pinoy taking over itong mga scam hubs dito sa Pilipinas na iniwan ng mga Chinese nationals na nagpopogo?
What we mean by that is this, no? So over the years, na itong mga Filipinos were working under these foreign nationals. So they have acquired the technical skills to be able to do the logistics, basically the whole gamut. So they're able to do, they've acquired that skills. Kaya nga, ngayon nawala na yung kanilang mga bosses. Some of them, those who are financially capable, nagtatayo sila ng sarili nilang mga online na mga scam hubs, mga scam facilities, so to speak. Yan yung ilang mga scamming activities kasi na ginagawa dyan sa loob ng mga illegal na mga IGLs ay yung tinatawag nating mga fake online shopping, no? So, may ilang mga Pilipino, nakikita nyo, nagpaparaffle over at Facebook or at social media. Then at the end of the day, walang nananalo or fixed yung laro and so on. So, they've gotten that skill from working with this scam farm.
Yes, Sir Winston, I'd like to touch up on that lang. No? May mga kasi, kahit ako mismo nakakita na rin ako sa phone ko, mga naka-imitate sila ng logo ng mga major online na selling platforms. Tapos sasabihin nila you want free items. Tapos pag i-click mo, kailangan may payout ka pala. Kunyari, we want to report schemes like this at medyo kahina-hinala. Paano po pumunta ang regular or public or paano mag-report sa mga authorities?
Well, you've got different avenues to do the report. The PNP ACG, Anti-Cybercrime Group, you can go through the NBI Cybercrime Division, or you can go directly to PAOK. So, all of these agencies have their social media platform. Kami naman po sa PAOK, we are at Facebook, so just search Presidential Anti-Organized Crime Commission, and we would there is someone who answers that on a 24/7 basis. So we'll be able to address all of these issues po. Marami pa, in fact, may mga nakikita akong mga personally ako na biktima na. So nabiktima na ako personally mga last July. So I like this particular brand of men's cologne, and nakita ko na di umano nag-post sila sa Facebook sponsored ad na since magtatayo ang Facebook magkakaroon ng parang branch itong perfume na ito dito sa SM North EDSA of all places. SM North EDSA, bagsak presyo daw sila. So ako naloko, bumili ako ng dalawa. Pagdating dito, kasing amoy pero peke.
Oh my gosh.
And
pero
so yung mga ganito po is breakout groups po to galing po sa actual Pogo Hubs. Okay.
Yes.
But how,
these are breakout groups coming from Pogo.
Right. But how are we monitoring them? Ano pong ginagawa natin? At saka, meron po ba tayo mga nakikita na ngayon upon yung investigation ng mga hotspot na pinagtatayuan itong mga breakaway groups na to?
One at a time. We're focusing first on the really large ones kasi we're still looking at 7 thereabouts na medyo malalaki, scattered all over the country, na who still employ hundreds of foreign workers and Filipinos. So we want to get them one big swoop para mas marami kaming mahuli at mapareport. But once we're able to do away with all of these bigger ones, we'll go into the smaller ones din po. Yung mga tigsa 10, 20, mga ganyan. Then, kaya we would like to call on the different local government units, please help us in this fight kapag may mga nakikita kayong mga ganito, lalo na yung BPLO kasi yung BPLO talaga, they've got very strong regulatory and visitorial powers, They don't need warrants or anything. All that they need is to issue what is called an inspection order. So, inspection order lang po, pwede na silang pumasok. They don't need warrants. Hindi katulad namin. Kailangan namin ng mga warrants, mission orders para makapasok. Medyo matagal po yun. So, we're calling upon the LGUs to do a thorough due diligence. Ikutin po sana nila lahat itong mga negosyo, mga condominium units, mga apartments, whatever, all over their territories, areas of responsibility, para makatulong po sa national government sa pagpapaalis po ng mga illegal na mga itong mga scammers sa mga ito.
Opo. Pakibigyan na rin po kami ng update, taking this opportunity to ask you po about this, yung recent arrest po ninyo dito sa tinatawag na boss ng mga boss ng Pogo, itong si Lin Diong. Nasa na po siya, and what do we know so far?
Si Lin Xunhan po yan. You're talking about Lin Xunhan. His real name is Lin Xunhan. Kaya naman po siya natawag na parang, alam niyo po, napakabata pa po neto.
Right.
If I'm not mistaken, he's in his late 30s lamang po, or early 30s, mid-30s. He was able to set up together with the rest of his cohorts a good number of pogos all over the country. So, nandito po siya sa detention facility namin sa PAOK. He has already been inquested for his immigration violation. So, we're just waiting for the actual filing, if any, of criminal charges against him.
So,
Nagsalita na po ba siya dun sa mga link niya, possibly, kay Alice Go?
Together with his lawyers were with him yesterday, And he kept on saying that ang negosyo lang niya is barbecue. Sabi ko naman doon sa abogado niya, ang lakas naman ng benta ng barbecue niya. Meron siyang isang Toyota Land Cruiser na level 6 bulletproof. At saka yung personal na sasakyan niya ay yung Escalade na level 6 bulletproof din. So sabi ko, yung dalawang sasakyan lang na yan, siguro it's more than 30 million pesos na. Sabi ko, ang lakas ng barbecue na yon. Hihingin ko yung recipe ng barbecue niya. Baka naman makabili rin ako ng bulletproof na sasakyan.
Oo. So far, yun pa lang po yung kanyang mga sinasabi. But balikan ko po kayo dyan. Last na po, no, yung doon naman po sa mga witness or isang witness na nagsasabi na meron po mga live stream na nagaganap na may kinalaman ng mga sexual activities. Do we have a document supporting these claims?
Well, yes. In fact, yung pong original po natin na deponent doon sa Lucky South 99, Porac, Pampanga, meron ho kaming nakita doon talaga na live streaming at saka no, this were, when we got it, they were already recorded, but they were live streamed, no? Na-record po sila na, yun po, sexual trafficking activities doon sa Lucky South 99.
Okay, sige po, patuloy po kami makikipag-ugnayan sa inyo regarding this issue. We don't have much time, but maraming salamat po sa inyo, PAOK spokesperson Winston Casio. Thank you so much.
Maraming salamat din po sa inyo. Thank you.
Alright.
Yun, laking sakit ng ulo talaga ito nangyari sa Pogo, no? You're dismantling the legal Pogo, pero yung sangay niyang illegal na umangklas sa mga legal, nanganganak.
Meron pa nga yung mga Pinoy.
At mga Pinoy na umako.
Kasi natuto na sila, gawa na sila ng sarili nila.
Before you go, no, kasi may abandoned na Pogo buildings na kinikwento ng ibang Grab rider na pag nagdi-deliver sila dati ng food na nakaschedule, wala na daw yung mga Chinese doon. Pero iniwan daw yung mga phones, yung mga laptops. Siguro ito sinasabi ni Sir Winston Casio na some Pinoys took over na this equipment.
Kasi alam nila how to do
yung mga farm equipment na yan
business,
Yung sila yung nagtotroll like. Oo. Ay, nako.
Tsaka dumadami na naman ngayon yung mga nagme-message sa atin ng mga...
Nawala siya for a while,
diba?
Nawala siya for a while nung sunod-sunod ang raid, pero ngayon na nag-phase out, dumami.
Totoo. Nako.
Don't go away. We're not done yet.